Welcome to the Levity Roundtable. If you're listening to us broadcasting live on WAHS 89.5 FM in Auburn Hills, please keep in mind that the views expressed here are not the views of the Avondale School District, and our content is rated PG-13. If you don't approve of something we say, please address all complaints to the tuning knob of your radio and switch the station. If you're listening to us on our podcast, well, you chose your own fate. There's nothing we can do to help you with your problem. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Welcome everybody on the Avondale Community Radio Studio on 89.5 WAHS. This is the Levity Roundtable.
Yes, it is. We are back for another episode.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me, Matt.
Oh, you're welcome, Dave.
We don't have a whole lot of people in studio.
We're Chuckless.
We're Chuckless. We're
Scottless, and Linoless.
I like the last one the best. Linoless.
So
that's Leonis.
So on our roundtable, we have guests with us.
Yes,
and welcoming back Jasmine.
It's Jasmine.
It's Jasmine.
And we also have
Jennifer
here with us.
The lovely Jennifer.
Oh, well, I see. You can say that. I cannot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to be back again.
Yay!
Yeah. So
you didn't move. I'm sorry.
Yeah, literally, you did not move. All right. So today's episode, we got a counterfeit headline game we can play.
Ooh.
I got some headlines that may or may not be true. And we're going to test your guys' wit with news articles.
Oh, boy.
Let's go.
All right.
I also want to talk about stress relief and the secrets to happiness.
Stress relief. At this point, it would be almost a month of stress relief that I've had to deal with.
The lack of stress relief, you mean?
Yes.
Yes. Things how I've dealt with stress.
The relief of stress relief.
Yes.
It's what is that, a redundancy?
I don't. Yeah, we'll get into it.
Yes. And then
good luck.
Yeah, we have lots of just little bits here to talk about, and hopefully the conversation would be nice and vibrant.
You said hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Well, yeah, there's a way to start. Hopefully it's all right.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So
it was an English project, the fidget spinner.
Oh, there's a fidget spinner.
Yeah, there's a fidget spinner like hanging in this room with a Pokeball, and it was an English project. I found out. I just thought y'all needed to know.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for bringing Jasmine with you.
You could have thanked me like almost 18 years ago. However, it took almost 18 years to see what we have now.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yes, you should be.
She might need a little bit more time. Can you put her back?
Put her back in.
We love you, Jasmine. We love you, Jasmine.
That's incorrect, because according to the encyclopedia...
What?
No.
Okay.
Having a high school
I so get it now.
perspective on the show may or may not be a good thing.
You know what? I so get it, because the fellows they will pick on me like as Scott would refer to as it's a scab, just keep on picking on it.
Yes,
right. So I get it now, because I will say stuff that has no relevancy to the conversation, and that's how it starts. I get it now.
It is your storytelling talent.
I did listen to that episode where they where Lino, I believe, pretended to be me telling a story.
I was in the car with you. It was so spot on.
So now you know what you sound like now, Jasmine.
Because you sound
exactly the same. I so get it now. So I will stop telling stories. I will stop telling stories. I am not a good storyteller.
I don't think you should stop telling stories, because that takes away from the whole experience.
I've
always
let me
tell you a story then.
It doesn't
I've always said it. I like your stories.
All right, thanks, Dave.
That's why I keep you around.
Aw, I feel so loved.
And if you stop telling stories, then you
Then
might
he's
as well
just
not.
You just continue on, yeah.
Okay, so counterfeit headline.
Counterfeit headlines.
Wait. I need to wait.
We're not waiting for you to text somebody.
No, I'm not. Okay.
I don't know what's going on over there.
What?
What? Okay, that makes no sense to us.
All right, well, let's
It's
get
a
into counterfeit headline here.
It's a vine.
Counterfeit
Such a great vine. It's such a great vine.
Okay.
All right,
Later. Save it for later.
Here's how the
I'll show you
game
in
is
the
played, if you're listening along, and if you've never heard of this. I have 4 storylines.
4.
Headlines.
Headlines.
4 headlines that I've found.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And 3 of them are true.
Okay.
One of them is counterfeit. I just made it up. So if you can guess which one is the fake one, you win a prize of continuing to listen to the show.
All right,
Wow.
I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out. So, first headline. Sam's Club is now offering a 9-pound bucket of Oreo frosting.
9
Sure.
pounds of
Sure.
Oreo frosting.
Why not?
A second headline.
Okay.
The fashion trend is gluing tiny little flowers to your eyebrows.
Yes, that is true.
Probably.
No, that's true. I've seen pictures.
After braided brows and feather brows, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
We're talking about your people.
I know. It's terrifying.
people.
It's terrifying.
The third headline: a man dressed in an Easter bunny costume gets stuck in a chimney attempting to rob a house.
That's so stupid.
People have done that before dressed as Santa, so why wouldn't they do it dressed
So
as
let me
the
tell you a
Easter
story.
Bunny?
There's a movie called Gremlins. Go on.
Oh my god.
And the last headline, number 4, Rob
Gronkowski.
Yes, he also
The
known
Gronk.
as Gronk.
Yes.
He scored a role in a film next to Mel Gibson.
I'm sorry. That's actually kind of funny. Mel Gibson plays the father and Gronk plays the son.
I don't know.
It could work. It could work.
It could work. So, which one of those headlines do you think is going to be the
So in review,
counterfeit?
we have 9 pounds of Oreo
frosting?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Flowers that go on one's
Your eyebrows.
eyebrows, not eyelashes.
No, brows.
Eyebrows.
Totally
All right.
brows. Totally brows.
Totally brows. Okay.
A man dressed in an Easter bunny costume coming down a chimney. And then Gronk as a movie star.
Oh, Gronk. All right. I'll go on a limb. I'm going to walk out on a limb, and I'm going to say Gronk can't act, so I'm going to go Gronk. Gronk did not score a role in a movie with Mel
In
Gibson.
case you don't know, Jasmine, Gronk is a football player.
Do you know what team he plays for?
No. Not that culture.
That would be the New England Patriots.
Oh, he plays football team. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, he's I think actually he's left the Patriots and or maybe retiring. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
It is health issues.
He's a pretty popular tight end.
Jasmine just winked at me when he said tight end.
Yeah.
Tight end, yes.
And he's known for not being a full shed of tools or a full fries of Happy Meal.
He's a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Is that
Yes.
what you're trying to say? Okay.
Yes, and he's known for that.
All right.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Gronk. That's
Okay.
the counterfeit headline.
All right, ladies.
I don't think you're that creative, so I'm gonna go with 9-pound bucket.
I was gonna say I was gonna go with the
Oreo.
9-pound bucket
9.
because it makes so much sense that they would sell a 9-pound bucket of frosting. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say they're not.
Yeah.
You think I'm that creative?
No, you're not
Not
that creative.
not that creative.
Oh, see, I know he's that creative. I just of the ones
I'm
I
just
think
like-
that. Yeah.
She knows him a lot better
I
than
like
you do.
having you on the show. Say compliments like that. All right, let's start with, nobody picked the fashion trend of gluing flowers
On one's eyebrows.
eyebrows.
Because that's true.
That you are correct. That's
yes.
true.
Yes, I've seen those
You
pictures.
got a ding. Wow.
Yeah. So here's the pictures. Here's a girl little tiny flowers. It looks like grass, too, on her eyebrows.
Ugh, yeah.
That is the growing trend among teenagers, Jasmine.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Wow.
All right, yeah. I gotta look at these. I've seen the pictures, but really,
Maybe like Halloween garden princess thing, but
what kind of vegan bowl? Never mind.
you're terrible.
Yeah, it's we've actually talked about these kind of stories before, where these Instagram girls are putting weird things on their face.
Yeah.
What is up with you people, Jasmine?
I'm not one of those girls, so I can't really tell you.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
unfortunate. We should get one of them in studio
Yeah, we should.
and interview them.
Yeah, we should.
Can you
One
think
of these Instagram people?
Do you think you can find somebody in your school that has eyebrow gardens?
Oh, no one. We're not that bad. Maybe here.
Oh, really?
Wow!
Wow.
That is throwing shade right there.
You're talking to 3 alums from this school.
Oh, I know. I know exactly what I
Maybe
did.
here. And if the other 2 people that are watching the show, you just insulted all of us.
Except for one.
Well, okay, whatever.
Hey, bestie.
Oh, okay. They're at your school. I promise you that. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the next one, let's go with. Let's go with Gronk. Matt, are you correct?
I hope so. Please.
No.
I'm wrong.
There you go.
Ouch.
There you
Gronk can act.
Gronk can act. He
Digging
apparently
for the bottom of the barrel. Sure. Okay.
Yes, he was spotted in Los Angeles, and it looks like he has signed a contract as a very bit part in a Mel Gibson movie.
Is
he
it about
playing
a football player?
No,
Was he typecasted?
no. Well, he is typecasted in a role that is an athletic character. I don't think it's a football player though, but yeah, we'll see how.
I
that
thought
goes.
it was maybe the in the credits it says waiter, Rob Gronkowski, or Gronk.
Let's type in Gronk acting.
Gronk acting.
Oh, no.
Okay.
He might be an actor.
Wow.
Are you smart?
Still better than Justice League.
That's exactly what
That's exactly what the headline said.
Oh, that's funny.
Still better than Justice League.
That's
So maybe you
Perfect.
made the right decision about not finishing that show.
Yeah, and I think it's all has to do with the fact that he's 29 years old,
Really? Well,
and he's thinking about retiring.
he should.
yeah.
But he's one heck of a tight end. Am I right, Justin?
He was in San Francisco.
Which side of the bridge?
Yeah. So apparently he's going to be starring in a movie next to Mel Gibson.
Good for him.
So-
Hey, next step in his evolutionary career.
Yeah. All right.
for him.
One
What?
step forward, 2 steps back.
What is next for you guys here?
So they're saying that the 9 pounds
9
of
pound
Oreo
frosting. Or a Easter bunny. Well, somebody gets a ding.
somebody gets a
We
ding.
both picked the same.
I know, right? But I get the ding because nobody picked the fake one.
Oh, I beg to differ. I bet I can find guy trying to run.
Like, this probably happened.
And there it is.
All you got to do is say, I'm
Wait,
going to
so
look it up.
the frosting's real?
Yes. Yes, it
That's
is.
disgusting.
It's a 9-pound bucket. It's
It's not going to be disgusting. Sam's Club sells bulk products for restaurants and stuff
yeah, I
like
know,
that.
but
Yeah,
like,
it's-
Sometimes bulk is better.
it's about the size of a 5-gallon bucket, right? And it's full of Oreo frosting.
I thought you were gonna say a small child at first. Now it's like, how was that?
I mean, you could put a small child in a
Probably could.
5-gallon bucket.
yeah.
I mean, I've never tried it. Matt, how about you?
No. You're still
Are
here,
you
so
sure?
no.
Okay. I mean, it would explain a lot.
Well, I mean,
but...
they could probably survive quite a long time in a bucket of frosting.
Oh, yeah, they'll
would
have something to
they
eat.
It's like a fruit.
Wow. And looking
yeah.
it up, the very first the very first search result that comes up says, a brief history of people getting stuck in chimneys and dying. That's the headline. So
Wait, now I wanna find
see
out.
whether or not...
I was thinking Easter, which just passed. So, of course, some guy...
There's the guy in the Santa suit. Remember, I said I know people have done it in a Santa
Of course.
suit.
Aha.
Ah.
Terrible.
So yeah, people have passed away trying to surprise their family,
Of course.
as Santa Claus coming down the chimney.
Of course they have.
So why wouldn't they want to try to do that
On Easter?
on Easter
In a bunny suit?
in a bunny suit? Why not?
Because the Easter bunny doesn't go through a chimney.
Yeah, but it wasn't the fake headline wasn't about trying to surprise your family and getting stuck. It was about a guy trying to rob a house,
Okay,
wearing
you're-
a bunny suit and get stuck in the
It's
chimney.
very specific.
Very that was incredibly specific. In all honesty, I really didn't listen all that well.
That's the whole point of this game, is that
To listen?
to listen.
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Okay, attempting to rob a house. Okay, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, 9 pounds of Oreo
Frosting.
frosting.
What would you use a 9 bucket of Oreo frosting for?
Wedding reception, maybe
Sure.
to do the cake. And
Oh yeah, if they want like a chocolate Oreo cake and they would just
You never
want the
know.
frosting itself.
Or,
like,
you know,
mix
9
it.
If you're watching
Pounds.
if you're watching a movie and it's making you sad,
That's
That's
Are
how
you,
you
are
deal with
you
the
going to
stress.
sit down with a little teeny spoon in front of a 5-gallon bucket of frosting?
yes, he would.
has anyone in this world not done that?
Well, yeah, maybe. Now, what if it was mac and cheese?
Well, yeah.
5-gallon
Too much.
bucket of tuna sushi.
Too much.
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream!
Ice cream!
I scream, you scream.
Ice
can
cream!
Stop there.
You want a lick? Psych.
Which is funny because you didn't stop there. You kept going.
Again, I get it now.
you
I
get it now.
so get it.
While Jennifer continues to look for a story about an Easter bunny robbing a house, we're going to take a break here. Yeah, and up next, I want to talk about some stress relief.
Stress relief.
And
So I'm excited to talk about some stress relief because I have great news about stress relief.
The relief of stress relief?
Yes.
Good.
All right.
Good for
We
you.
will
Yep.
be back, everybody. And welcome back to the Levity Roundtable.
We are back.
Whoa, okay, about
Hey,
play.
autoplay.
So I want to take this just a couple of minutes here.
You're not allowed.
Well, 30 seconds really, and talk about, what are we going to talk about, Jasmine?
Patreon.
Patreon!
How did I know?
You're so smart.
Yeah, so Patreon is a place where our listeners and our supporters can go and donate $1 or $2 or
However much you want,
However
man.
much you want. You can do it monthly or one-time donation.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes to us to help us support the studio and buy new equipment for the Avondale community.
For the radio station, because
the
we're
radio
looking at a
station.
board that is older than
Me.
both of us put together.
That's false.
Well, it's old, okay?
What about you and me together?
That I could believe.
Yeah, there you go. Ha ha, sucker.
Ah,
Yeah, so head over to Patreon, look up the Levity Roundtable, and you can go over there and send us $1 or $2 and help us kind of
it
run the
all
show.
goes to a good cause.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Anyway,
All right, so I want to talk about the secret to happiness, which will lead into stress relief.
Stress relief. I've had a couple of weeks to learn how to deal with stress, and only yes. The past 2 weeks, for the past 20+ years, I have actually been a smoker. All right, I'm just gonna say it out there, and I quit.
I love smoking, especially briskets and pork roast. Oh my god, I absolutely. And you give that up? No.
No, not that kind of smoking.
Fine.
Not that kind of smoking. No, the smoking of cigarettes. Yes, and it's a terrible, terrible habit. It's a very costly habit, and I've been learning how to deal with the stress of quitting over the past 2.5 weeks.
The quitting of quitting.
The quitting of quitting. Yes. So I've actually had to learn a few stress relief things to keep me from smoking. So
Well,
what do you have, Dave? So
I
can
have a
kind of correlate here.
I have a story, a study.
Yeah.
This is out of, let's see, where is this out of? Maybe I'll get to it later. Oslo, University of Oslo. All right, so the secret to happiness is to use the internet every day.
Really?
Sure. Look
I
at
wouldn't
some
believe
spicy
that.
memes. You'll live your best life.
You know, I think that's actually what this study is saying.
Really?
Yes,
I love memes.
the scientists claim that the secret to happiness is using the internet every day because it helps us connect with friends, provides access to a wealth of information to make better decisions.
Yes, but who paid for that study? Because I think there's also a study out there
The
that
internet
says,
paid for it.
The internet.
that says, spending time on the internet actually makes people sadder because you see everybody else's so-called perfect lives out there.
Right.
And then, you feel bad about your own. And
But they're just posting the perfect stuff about themselves. Right?
exactly. Yeah. And so
They're showing the highlights, not the
Not the real story.
Right.
Yeah,
Not the lowlights, Jasmine. Yeah, so out of Norway, that's where Oslo is. It helps people
Really?
get over their midlife crisis faster.
I'm already there, honey.
You're already having a midlife crisis?
You're going to live to your 30?
Oh yeah, I'm done then.
Wow.
Cashing out.
Wow.
Wow, I'm stressed right now. You're really helping me out here, child. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Why do you even go to college then,
Yeah, save
Say I
me,
did something
save
with
some
my
money.
life.
save me the expense.
So removing, they say, the external factors of income, occupation, and location, they have directly observed that the relationship between online and the happiness is a good one. So
All right then.
interesting. So it talks about how to gain happiness and how to deal with the things to make you happy on the internet. And one of the things they talked about was stress.
Okay.
And of course, you talked about stress relief.
Stress relief, yes.
He's been painting.
Yes. I started watching. Got a little inspired by.
So funny.
Hey.
It is pretty. It is pretty comical.
hilarious.
It is pretty comical, actually.
This is a judgment-free zone.
Since when?
So I got a little inspired by watching one Mr. Bob Ross.
Of course,
Mr. Happy Trees, and Jasmine, starting this whole endeavor. She said, "Hey, Dad, why don't you come over and paint with me?"
I was painting for my friend's birthday, which I did a great Beauty and the Beast rose.
She did. It was very pretty, but she got to be painting acrylics, and Bob Ross paints in oils, right? So I'm trying to do Bob Ross pictures with happy trees. They don't look like happy trees, not with acrylics. So I kind of wanted to start, painting more and getting into the oils and just watching the entire series, all 20-some episodes. I was taking a couple of notes here.
Hey, Jasmine, this is a passion of his. Don't laugh at him.
So, anyways, that's how I'm dealing with some of the stress of getting. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me turn that down. So I'm getting rid of some of the anxiety of not having a habit with painting. So yeah, I'm not using the.
It's funny. I actually got into painting about 2 years ago, but it was completely out of a different context at all.
Okay.
It was we were at it was an art show, and this guy was doing splatter paint, right? So
very
Jackson
eccentrically doing splatter paint.
Jackson Pollock kind of stuff, right?
Was he dousing himself in his
No,
body
he was
and rolling
dancing.
around?
The canvas was on the ground, and he was dancing around the canvas, just throwing paint everywhere, and the glitter. It was
glitter
so funny.
in his hand, and he and the glitter flew out.
And people were paying a lot of money for these pictures.
She puts the lotion in the bag.
Yes.
People were paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars for these paintings, and he's like, I can do that.
Wow.
So sure enough, I did. I set up the garage, put a bunch of
So funny.
I put a bunch of canvases on the
David?
ground
David.
and I danced around the canvases.
Oh boy.
And he blew
you get
the glitter,
Blow
too.
the glitter.
Did you get video?
I got pictures.
Pictures.
Oh my God.
I need to see these pictures.
Did you get a glitter
You need
picture going, and it's just flying?
you need to text them to me so I
Absolutely.
won't put them on Facebook.
In fact,
I want to frame it.
two of these pictures are still hanging in our house.
Really?
His mom wanted one, so he made one specifically
funny.
for his mom.
That is
So cute.
fantastic.
That's so
I sold it to her for like $600. No.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It was stress relief.
It was stress relief,
No, it
wasn't it?
wasn't.
Because you had fun doing it.
I did. I did.
So-
And it was one of those proof. Like I can do that.
That's pretty funny.
And so sure enough, I tried it, and
Yeah.
sure enough, I can do that.
So painting works.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what also works? Listening to really cool music.
Yes.
Why don't you combine the two? Wow.
Painting while listening to music.
Yes.
What a thought.
What a thought.
Yeah.
What do you do in to relieve stress?
Piano.
Do you?
Music. See?
Music, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more like listening to a song and then learning it by ear and then like being like, oh dang, I can play that.
There you go.
That's what I would say, because I'm more of a quiet stress reliever. I play piano and listen to music or read a book, and I sort of internalize my stress. So I do things to sort of soothe
Soothe the mood.
soothe the mood. Yeah, I know there's
little
a lot
air
of,
supply there for
and
you,
there's a
David?
lot of people that have to sort of outwardly express
Yeah.
their stress, like going to the gym or running.
Yep.
And that's a very popular thing to do.
I do that as well. I actually do the best of both worlds.
Look at you go,
I do.
Hannah.
I do. I sit in the car.
You get the best of both
Hannah?
worlds. Should I take it slow? Then you rock out the show.
That's
Okay, can
Twice,
we be done?
yeah.
I just want to be done right now.
I've been sitting here for too long.
Apparently. No, I go to the gym and I have that stress. But then when I'm sitting in the car, I'm bored. So I listen to cool music. My own music.
You make music
No, I don't make music. I just listen to music that I enjoy.
that you.
So it's your own then?
Yes. It's my own, so bleh.
Blah, blah, blah.
So what else are they saying about this whole...
It says research how to be happy is provided by 5 simple things, and stress relief is one. And you have to find what relieves the stress in your life. And stress has also been found to be something that has damaged all parts of your body.
Oh, gotcha.
In
Yep.
fact, one of the things that I have learned in my recent sort of trying to shed the pounds,
Yes. You're
is-
looking good, by the way, my friend.
32. I'm down.
32
Ooh,
pounds.
look
That's
at
like
you
that's like
go. Wow.
a small dog.
It's actually-
Or a big dog.
Or
Or
medium-sized
medium-sized
dog,
Because it's
yeah.
bigger than our dog.
That's a nice 6-month-old lab right there.
I think of it as 2 bowling balls.
Those
Oh, radio.
are big bowling balls.
Those are really, really
I'm
big.
thinking
Oh,
I'm
radio.
thinking like
16 pound, right? Yeah. No. Totally, totally. Anyway,
No.
so
I got
yeah,
a
so
story-
I've been
I got a story for
kind
you.
of reading a lot about what stress does to your sort of your body chemicals. So
Yeah,
if you need to, everybody I think needs to find what relieves their stress. The second thing that they say is humor.
Really? Because everyone is all stressed out right now. Because Jasmine's here.
Yeah.
Do you use humor to
I
gain
use
happiness?
really awkward humor. Like if something's really, I'll be like, yeah, and then I'll make a reference.
Are
and
you the
nobody
kind
would
of person that laughs at people getting injured on YouTube? Yes, I'll take that as a yes.
if they're doing something stupid, then yeah,
They kind of
I'll
deserve
laugh.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just hilarious.
Jen's shaking her head going, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Really?
How does Jen relieve stress? Because you are so calm. You are one of the most calm people I know. How do you deal with your stress?
I go sit by myself in the dark.
Really?
She used to skydive.
Is that
Well, yes, but that wasn't for stress, really. that was just.
that was fun.
No,
But
I
you-
just when I get stressed, I turn off the lights and just.
You gotta
sit
shut
in
the world
dark.
out
Yeah.
and just deal.
Splat.
See, no, I can't do that. I have to have some kind of a stimulation, music, something, whatever.
You're a white noise type of person.
I'm absolutely a white noise.
I cannot stand white noise. I cannot stand it.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that you have white noise forever.
Cannot
What kind
stand
of white noise do you not like the most?
Just like white noise, like the sound white noise.
So she's talking like by definition white noise,
Right.
not what
Well,
white noise
specific.
actually is
Gotcha.
now, which
Like a
is
fan,
ambient.
like a fan on the.
Yes, you know what?
Crickets.
Like a fan.
I have
on
to.
the
I have to
board.
sleep with a
See,
big
like-
box fan pointed right at me.
Do you
See,
really?
I
Yeah.
can't stand rain. Like the sound of rain, unless it's raining, I can't stand it. Like it stresses me out.
I see that.
I'm just making raindrops over
I,
here.
was- I thought you were clapping at a poem that we just read. The number 3 thing to provide happiness, self-esteem.
Okay,
What's that?
coming from the 17-year-old.
Yeah, right.
So how does that self-esteem work?
Treat yourself as the world acts towards a valued friend and tell yourself positive things instead of putting yourself down, Jasmine.
Because you're good enough, you're
And you're
smart
smart
enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Yeah, they do. Jasmine, they love you. The number 4 is health.
Health.
That's going to give you happiness,
Yes.
is to limit your alcohol intake, which I think some people may disagree
I'm
with.
a child of Jesus, so I only drink water.
Wow, where'd that come from?
The
Yeah, right. Just like that came from you, Matt. No, I can see the limiting yourself of the alcohol. That actually does help with your overall health. I have a friend of mine who went dry right at the beginning of the year, and he has yet to have a drink. Which is
Is he healthier?
He feels so much better.
Huh.
He really does. He's sleeping better. He actually can, function a lot better as well. His mind is more clear because he's not intaking the alcohol or carcinogens, whatever you want to call them.
You sure? Well,
Yeah.
it also comes down to a balanced diet and exercise.
That too.
It's just taking care of yourself. Happiness.
Happiness, because you feel better about it.
And it's so funny. And these things are really just so simple, and yet so many people are just so angry.
Yeah.
They're angry.
They're maybe
They're peppered pancakes, is what they are.
oh boy. What's number 5?
And the last thing is communication.
what?
Communicate what?
Huh?
Huh?
Eh?
Talking about the stressful situations that you and your friends deal with to family members and to counselors and
Oh, to
talking.
counselors. Instead of talking to your spouse or a loved
so
one.
the complete opposite of what Jennifer does in enclosing her in a dark room.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
she's kind of shaking her head and yeah.
Well, everyone deals with things in a different way, and some people feel the need to blab and put everything out there and talk about everything, and I get through things by just quieting myself and moving past it, and then just move on.
There
you
is
go.
something to be said for just nothingness and just focusing inward than anything else, because I think that's what you're doing is you're really just focusing inward, dealing with your own emotions, and
I
then
usually just fall
moving forward.
asleep at
And then
that
just move
point.
past it.
Dark
Just
room.
fall asleep.
Just close your eyes, thinking.
Which sleeping makes you happy.
I get to take a nap now.
All right.
Naps are our happiness.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Because there's there's N's and A's and P's in happiness, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm happy now.
Nappiness.
I see
right
what
there.
we did. Oh, okay. Wow.
Anyway, so that's going to be
Wow.
the end of that conversation.
Okay, good.
This
stressed me out, man.
Yes. So why don't we take a break here and we'll come back and we'll kind of finalize and button up this episode.
All right.
In the meantime, head over to the Facebook page, like the page, go over to the YouTube and watch the show, and we'll be back.
See you.
A start in every high school, then on the Jungle Cruise ride.
And welcome back to the Levity Roundtable.
Yes, we are back.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. We got the next 10 minutes all squared away.
All squared away. Yeah, during the break, we were talking about colleges and universities, and because we got a graduate here in studio, Jasmine.
This year, graduating high school.
Yeah. Don't you have someone graduating from high school yourself?
Yeah. Our daughter's graduating, too.
From high
I
school.
have no clue who she is.
Yeah,
so
right.
so we're going to college.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about college and driving to college, and the reason why this came up is because last weekend, Allie and I decided to drive up and do a preview day campus visit in
Where?
Houghton, Michigan Tech.
Where okay, in relation to Michigan, Houghton is
if
About as far away as you can get in Michigan.
it's north.
yes,
So
Very.
if you get on 75 north and you keep going north,
and then when it ends,
when it ends you can just
Take
keep
a
going.
left.
Okay. Just making
And
sure.
then when you get left, you go north
going.
again. The
just
next-
keep going north, right?
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like we made it to the bridge.
Yeah.
We're not even halfway yet.
Oh my goodness.
It's if Michigan were a square, we are in the bottom right corner,
Yes.
and Houghton is in the top left corner.
Nice.
It's the
So-
very opposite place.
It was about a 9-hour
About
drive.
a 9-hour drive.
So you could have made it to Virginia
yeah.
Yes.
in that time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is we're still kind of looking at universities and colleges, but when we
Set.
went there, she was pretty sold on it.
She's set.
Yeah, she is set.
You communicate
And
with,
it's a
with-
nice-
with her. Okay.
It's a nice university. It's a nice college, and
The ratio there, she'll be okay.
it's not as bad as it used to be.
Oh, okay.
When we were there at preview day, there was plenty of blend of
Okay, good.
everybody. So
Excellent.
yeah, and what I like about it is the fact that it's so far away. Winter up there lasts from June until June,
All right.
and nobody who kind of no student goes to Michigan Tech just to party.
No, they go for an education.
No, people who actually go to Tech are serious about their education because that's the only kind of people that would go there.
Sure.
So the school is really, really guided to kids and to people who want to go there and study.
We
So
have a
it's-
number of friends that graduated from Tech.
Oh,
or
yeah.
at least attended.
we know a bunch of people who went there, and they turned out somewhat okay.
Somewhat.
Right, somewhat, yeah.
Still not smoking crack.
That we know of.
Yeah.
That we know of. But
Speaking
but
of smoking crack, I got a story. So, oh my gosh.
PSA, please do
Yes.
not do drugs.
So Allie sends me a text message that says, my teacher is sending home a tomato plant with me.
okay.
And she knows this. She had to warn me that a tomato plant was going to be in the house. That's why she sent me
Well,
that message.
are you allergic to tomato plants?
Oh, no, there's no allergy involved. But I do not like tomatoes. They're not allowed in the house.
So you are allergic to them.
If only he had thought to use that excuse
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, no,
But
it's like peanut allergies.
no.
I just can't breathe the same air that they use.
It's
No.
airborne.
Yeah, so I don't like tomato plants, and she's insisting. on
What did
bringing
a tomato plant ever do to you? If you don't like
it? It was a tomato. That's what it did to me. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. I can gag just thinking about tomatoes.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, so
Would you like some ketchup?
I told
In
her.
any other form, it's okay.
Oh, just
it's the tomato.
I
Okay.
told her no. If she does, she's going to live someplace else.
Wow.
They're not allowed in this house. And of course, I told her that crack cocaine was perfectly fine in the house. But tomato plants are not. And of course, she kind of ran with that and showed her teacher.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, I got a story for
so
you.
there's a little PSA. Don't joke with your daughter about crack cocaine.
Apparently not.
Unless they can take it. Like take the humor.
Yeah, and
Well-
there was humor involved. In fact, the teacher recommended that she bring home a pot plant instead.
Don't do it.
Yeah, so that was a story.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed.
And she sent it to me. She screenshotted the conversation and sent it to me. And I was like, don't panic.
All
okay.
in humor and in jest, yes.
but Dad's being a jerk. He won't let me bring a plant home.
And I said, you know Dad's just joking, right? Yeah.
You'd rather me be on drugs. No.
Oh my god.
Way to go, Dave.
She got it.
All right.
So anyway, back to our university talk.
Yeah, where are you heading off to?
Central Michigan University.
That is in Mount Pleasant, yes?
Mm-hmm.
That
So-
seems such just a jog up the road.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's like from here to Cedar Point.
What
Yeah.
are you going to study there?
Oh, Cedar Point. That
music
sounds.
and pre-med.
What is
Oh,
it? What were you
music
doing
and
again?
pre-med.
Gosh,
Music,
that sounds familiar.
music and pre-med.
Pre-med and music.
Yes. How does that work though?
That
Pre-med?
those do
Music.
not go
It's
together
a
at
double
all.
It's
Ba-
a double major. There's a program. It's 5 years, and
It's
yeah.
because they know where music majors end up, so they give you...
well,
Right?
Yes. And what exactly are you going to do with your music major as pre-med?
I could do sound therapy, figure out other ways to do that because it's a double major with neurology and how it relates to music and like how you can help with
Now,
that.
with Central, there is in the pre-med program, is there a sort of a focus?
Kind of.
Or is it just pre-med classes to
There's-
get you ready for the MSTAT?
There's focus as in like you're not going to be doing dental work in
Right.
like in
Because
optometry
dentists aren't
courses.
real doctors.
Okay,
kidding.
Oral surgeons, excuse you.
Yeah.
There was never mind.
Shots
Go on.
fired. I keep playing with the cord.
Yes, you do. Hey, so I'm very, very proud of you.
Yeah,
You
actually.
should be.
But it's going to cost me so much flipping money to have you do all this. So
Well, then when I'm
It's
successful,
just not. It's not costing you. It's costing her.
Well, no, it's costing him because it's costing us.
yeah.
welcome to the conversation, Dave.
See, here's the thing: when I'm successful and in California,
You're not going to take care of me already.
no,
so-
I'll be sending monthly checks.
Oh,
Okay, we
really?
all
I
heard
get
it.
child support?
Yeah, in the home.
I do record
I
this
get child
podcast,
support.
right?
You can see, you can see how that works?
It's parent
Child
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is
When
what
you're
child
old,
support
when
is.
you're old and senile, I'll be sending money to the home to keep you there.
So by next year,
Let's speed up the process. Let's speed up the process. What was your name again? I don't recognize you.
my name is Fiona.
yeah, actually,
Awesome.
Allie's also looking at pre-med
Really? Do you know what she wants to go into?
biology.
Biology.
Yeah, she loves dissecting frogs.
So cool.
Yeah,
And wants to, do something other than dissect frogs.
Frogs.
Yeah. She could be an Emmy, do autopsies.
Yeah.
I watched an autopsy. It was pretty cool.
really?
Yeah.
I've never seen an autopsy.
It was
done.
on an embalmed body, so it was like not bloody, but it was still pretty cool.
Yeah, you didn't get to see the process before
For
that.
that.
Oh yeah, when they drain the blood.
Bombing. Not just the blood.
Everything.
They don't call them fat doughs for nothing.
Fat doughs.
If you ever watched Bad Boys 2, you'd understand the reference.
Bad boys. Wrong bad boys, but
Actually, don't they use that anyway? All right.
do they? I don't know.
If Lena was here, he'd explain it to her.
Yeah, why don't we get into this? What have we learned? What have we learned? So, ladies, what have you learned today while you joined us?
I have learned that apparently people will dress as Santa Claus to rob homes or go naked, but they will not dress as the Easter Bunny.
Look at that.
Man, she learned a lot.
I was gonna say that I could frost a cake with Oreo frosting, but
We learned that. We learned that Gronk.
an actor.
He can act.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what
Wow.
happens. I don't.
I
think
just
he's
still
gonna-
expect him. Here's your drink, sir, and he's gonna walk away. That's all I'm expecting. I don't expect
As
much.
long as I get to see a nice tight end.
Wow.
I'm sure he's pleasant to deal with, so he's a nice tight end. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. No.
We've learned that the apple does not fall far from the tree.
Yeah. Would you like to tell a story, Jasmine?
Which one?
Just any story. Any story will do.
About looking at the full moon.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell a story.
Speechless.
Okay, so this one time.
Oh, wait. I had a story, then I lost it.
Yeah. So I totally get it now.
Yeah.
So get it.
Well, if you liked the podcast, if you liked the show, head over to the Facebook page and like the page. You get lots of updates there. Also, go over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, hit the little ding button, and you get to see when we are on.
Hit the what?
The ding button.
The ding button. So when you hit the like,
Smash
it goes
that
ding.
like button.
No, it's a little bell notification button.
Okay,
you
so
have
every
to hit.
time that we do go live, you'll get that ding.
Or when I post a video,
Post
you
a
get
video,
you
okay.
get- your phone will ding.
Okay.
Yeah. Ding. There you go. Very good, Jasmine.
Just like
Good.
yes, it was.
Yeah, and also, if you're out and about, head over to Patreon, not physically, on the internet,
On the rest.
where
if
you
you're-
are happy.
If you're trying
long
to
as you're
relieve
not
some
driving.
stress, if you're
Yes.
trying to relieve some stress, go on the internet, find Levity Roundtable, and donate on Patreon.
Absolutely, and it kind of helps us the cost of the broadband for the show, and we're going to help upgrade the studio so that we can
Little
provide better content.
Little by little.
I think it's time for some
Or at least better
nappiness.
quality content.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Better quality.
Is that possible?
Um,
This is great content.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jasmine. This is awesome.
It's just because
That
you're
was
here.
sarcasm.
Where is that? That's
Right?
Just hit them all.
Well, thanks for joining us, and thanks for coming in, gals. We
Awesome to see
appreciate
you,
it.
Jen.
Yeah.
I don't get to see you enough.
Not sure.
I agree.
Yeah, in 2
we
weeks.
need to fix that.
Yes, we do.
Maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks, we'll get back together and we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will.
All right, well,
Together
yeah.
right now.
Right.
And on that note,
yes, please hit the button. Hit
right.
the button.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh,
See ya.
yeah.